Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am just tapping, oh boy, to the neighbour's arena. He's a bit on edge because I had to stand him in the yard for a while and there's a lot going on with TB testing on the farm today. And there's not much help I can do with the baby in tow. It's a bit dangerous really moving all the cattle. So I am riding to the neighbour's arena for a dressage lesson. I don't know if you can hear me in the wind. And Chloe's following behind in the car with the baby, so we've got options if it rains. For her, it's a 7-minute hack to get to the arena. It is there. You can't even see it, but it's in that lovely background there. Yeah, he's a bit on edge because I just had to make him wait in the yard, and they're rushing around all the cows. And then someone came up to try and turn a tractor around, and there's a million cars going on. There's a lot, so I'm going to have a nice, pleasant hack there. Hopefully, just relax him, and I should get there a bit before my instructor. Well, it's not actually my instructor, it is the judge that judged us at our last dressage competition. She gave me really good constructive comments on my sheet, so I messaged her to thank her because they were really good. And anyway, it turns out she lives 5 minutes down the road, so she is going to come and give me a hand, which will give me some pointers, which is really nice and really much appreciated. I don't know if you're going to hear me over this wind. This is where I should wear my microphones. Which will be, yeah, great before the area festival next week. I'm going to go, because you can't hear me, and put 2 hands on the reins. He has this settled a bit more now, which is good. He doesn't normally whinny when I ride him either. And I will see you when I get to the arena. Quick trot down the road. It's literally 500 metres from the stables entrance to this farm entrance. I'm just coming in the back way. Chloe has gone the main way with the baby in the car. And I'm just riding him up their hill, so it's 2 hills, which is the one that I walked. If you follow me on Instagram, I walked up both hills with the backpack, good boy, the backpack and the baby, and my legs were burning by the time I'd done and lunged the horse. Anyway, yes, we're going to have some dressage pointers, which will be really handy before the area festival. I am astride, haven't fully decided if I'm riding the area festival astride or side saddle. We've got a dressage competition a few days before the festival to hopefully just get him tuned in, and we will see how we get on. He really could do with a jump. He wants to jump. He hasn't jumped for over a month, and that's his passion. I'm just making him do flat work at the moment, mainly because it's so tricky to get out anywhere and get to a big enough arena to give him a good jump. Oh, speaking of the speed bumps that he's seen several times before. Anyway, I'm just hoping it isn't going to be too wet in here. We've had a lot of rain, but it's high up. I think it's quite a well-draining arena. And hopefully our dressage judge can find us. Would you like a snack? Oh, sorry. I've let... Do you want a Snorri? Hello. I didn't use my microphones because it was so incredibly windy. I don't even think they would have worked. So this is Sue. She judged us at our dressage competition a couple of weeks ago, and we started off in walk because I mentioned that he jogs a lot in the walk and it's really expensive. He did it in one of the tests she judged, so we were just letting him down, letting him stretch, picking him back up again, and not letting him go straight into trot. And she said to do that a lot out hacking as well. We were just bending him, moving his barrel, and she gave me some really useful tips for the walk as well, which was really nice. Oh, there's Otley having a little dance. In the walk, she was saying, I just thought you let them stretch as far down as you could, and she was saying no, they want to be shoulder height, they can go a bit below, but you don't want them to suck back on you, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't know that. So now we're working in the trot, we're doing some loops, getting him bending, getting him listening, and then moving him across. So he's being a little bit argumentative there, but moving him across, leg ilting him. Sue was actually really complimentary. She said he was very rhythmical and he should do well. At the dressage, I just need to keep establishing those basics. So she was just saying now about giving and retaking the reins, and don't rush the trot on too much, making sure I'm not rushing him and I'm keeping him in his nice rhythm. She said it was a nice one, so don't rush him out. So here again in the loops, I thought in the canter you were supposed to keep, so for example there, left bend and then left bend again, and she said no, you bend him to the left off that turn, and then you bend him to the right coming back to the track, and then to the left again. So the judges are looking for clear differences in bend and clear the horse moving clearly his barrel. There we go, good boy. So there, she was really pleased with that one. And actually you can see he's just come up through the shoulder and come up a lot more now I've got him bending properly. So I need to remember that in my warm-up, to do lots of different bendings with him. And you can see that he's through, because we go for a halt now, and what a lovely halt transition he gave me. So I was really pleased with that. What I really liked about Sue's tips, we're not going to call it a lesson because bless her, she came, the goodness of her heart, I gave her a box of biscuits and she just came to give me some tips about my tests and the basics. Baby dummy. And we did frequent walk breaks or stretching trots just to keep him loose and reward him and his muscles for working for us, which I thought was really nice and is my way of thinking. Then we moved him up into the canter, which he's being a bit sticky with and a bit quarters in at the moment. It's a time of year, some of it, because he gets quite tense and they are in a big field with a lot of grass. And we were working on the transitions, and she hit the nail on the head with him quite early on into our session and said he needs to be kept quite busy. She thinks he might do better when we move up the levels, but I told her I had no idea what I was doing. So here you can see we're bending him, turning him, moving him, doing lots of transitions to keep his little brain busy. So I have to remember that. Again, as part of my warm-ups, he likes to stay busy. And the reason we were looking particularly at the right rein, so we've gone back onto the right rein canter, is he always hollows in the transition. And she was just working on different ways we can try and stop him to do that, because we've been working with Amy for a long time on different ways, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sue was really complimentary of Amy as well, which was lovely. I just, at the moment with the baby, I can't always make it to my Amy lessons. I'm definitely not stopping them because I love Amy too. So you can see there, he's spooking, but you can see that he chucked his head up in the transition. He always has a little hissy fit. And then, good boy, calm him down. Back we go again. So we're about to do another transition, and I think he does the same again, little head chuck. So what Sue was telling me to do was to give a little bit more with the inside rein, hold him more with the outside, and have a little give on that inside rein into the transition. So there, it's only subtle, it's not, he's not throwing his toys up the pram, but he's just hollowing slightly, and it's enough in the test to make the difference of a whole mark or half a mark. So she says again, give it. So I'm experimenting with a slight give and retake there, and you can just see him go, oh, okay. He's spooking rather than, he is quarters in, but it's because he's spooking. And there in that transition, we got him, and I was really pleased with that. So I'm going to keep trying with that and just see if that's another angle we can go on with this right canter, because he doesn't do it side saddle and he doesn't do it on the left rein, which tells me it's something I'm doing, which story of my life is always something I'm doing, or I'm sure as you will all join me in thinking it's always us, isn't it? It's never them, they're perfect. But now this canter's looking really good, and I was really pleased with it, and so was Sue. She was very complimentary about the canter. So he worked really well in that canter there, and especially with the giving and retaking of the inside rein, and then did a lovely downwards transition for me. And then again here, I'm just really pleased with this trot work. He's nice and lifted through the shoulder, and he feels like he's really with me now. So he was a good boy, very pleased. So again, Sue is getting me to change direction and go to down the other end of the arena by doing a serpentine rather than just riding him down there, keeping him busy, keeping him thinking. And I'm pleased that she said that, because I know that he's a busy horse and I know that we need to keep him that way, but I'm pleased that she reiterated that. But even the trot work here, I just think is looking really lovely. He's really stepping through with the hind end, and it did feel really nice too. He doesn't always work the best in this arena because it's quite high up on the hill and it's very windy, but a nice counter transition shows that he is listening to me. We just need to get him more around this inside leg. So again, little really subtle give and retakes with the inside rein is what she was getting me to do, which really did make a difference, and I was really pleased. I'm looking forward to
having another go at some tests next week. So we've got our area festival next week, but we have got a dressage competition before then, and I will take him out jumping between now and then as well, because that's what he loves and that's what he really wants to do. So we were having a little experiment with pushing the canter on and then bringing him back, and he was pretty good. Funnily enough, he comes back easier on a cross-country course than he does in a dressage arena. Completely the same bridle setup, so I've got no idea why. But she was quite pleased with those, which was good. I don't think we've got any videos of the medium trot. We did quite a bit of work on the medium trot as well. And then this is what I like here. Look, a nice stretch for him after working hard in the medium canters for me. I thought it was a really nice way to reward him, to do lots of stretching after all the various exercises. And actually, he was stretching quite nicely down for him. And just there, that's where Sue wants him. And I was so pleased that he did that. Great session.
Oh, spook. He was brilliant. It was really, really good. The baby was getting a little bit sassy for some of it, so poor Chloe had her hands full, so I'm not sure how much riding footage will have just inserted before, but I'll have a look. But he did some really nice work. She just had a look at the basics, where we need to be, what else we need to do, and a bit of our medium paces for the novice tests, but she was really complimentary of him. She thought he was a lovely little horse. She was very nice about my riding as well, which you don't get those every day, do you? So I'll take that. I'm buzzing because I haven't been able to ride what I would call properly for a while. He's just been doing little rushed hacks, and he was really good. He's quite bright now. I'm hacking home, but he was tired in there, and he worked really well. She gave me some really good tips. You won't have been able to hear anything because of the wind, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to voice over the bits that she was saying, but it was just little things like just give your inside rein a bit, and more outside rein, and slightly shorter reins, and my preparation. Oh, tree. Good boy, Mark. Slightly more preparation. It's all me, basically. And yeah, she thought it was a lovely little horse. And I also asked her about riding the test side saddle as opposed to astride, and if judges aren't in favour of that, but she said no, they do. They like to see the side saddle, but they like to see them equal on both reins, which I completely agree. Right, I'm going to hit the road. I'll be back in a minute. I lied to you all. I'm not back in a minute. This is about an hour later. Horses are back out. I am at home and I'm just about to top up the Highland cows feeder. We're TB testing, I think I already said that, on the farm, so things are a bit hectic. They aren't here, or I put them on the vlog. Maybe I'll add a snippet of them in on the vlog because everyone loves the Highland cows. For those that don't know, we have pet Highland cows here. And Thomas just asked if I would top the feeder up for when they come back down. They should be coming back down any minute. So doing this with one hand whilst videoing probably isn't the most productive use of my time. The baby is asleep in the car. She's very tired. All that playing with our Auntie Chloe whilst I was doing dressage. Gosh, this smells like haylage. It smells amazing. I'd say I'd have to get a bail for the horses, but I don't think Marley needs any feelage. Although he was very good in the lesson. Didn't need any extra oomph, didn't need any less oomph, so very, very good. Just need to replicate that feeling at a competition, which I think is the story of every horsey person's life. But anyway, it does show that I can do it in that arena, so I might see the lovely lady that came today as a judge, and she came out of the goodness of her own heart, bless her. So I got her a box of biscuits to say thank you. So I wonder if I still want my Amy lessons, but it's not practical as often as I was having them. So I wonder if I could get a local dressage instructor just maybe once a month to come to the arena and give me a little tune-up. Boys! Lost the dogs. They're here somewhere. There they are. There's one. The other one won't be very far. But yeah, this stuff smells amazing. It looks like haylage too. So the Highlands live at the back of our house. We live at the bottom of the farm hill, and the farm is on top of a hill. So you can imagine how windy it is up on the farm if it's still windy down here. But anyway, normally I have a baby in my hand as well, but yeah, she's asleep in the car. Anyway, probably not too much riding footage today, but hopefully you've enjoyed the bit that I included. I will try to keep bringing you little vlogs of just what's at home. If there's anything you want to see in particular on the farm, let me know in the comments. But thank you all so much. Please like, comment and subscribe. Bye!